If you're not subscribed, remember to subscribe to the channel, press the bell next to it so you get a notification every time I drop a new video. And, in the words of my grandpa,
subscribe, bitch!
Yeah! Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Perfect.
James Harden's 7th signature sneaker with Adidas. Let's jump into the review, because we don't got time for all that jibber jab. The f I just say jibber jab for? So this sneaker is going away from the past 2 Harden looks. I mean, first off, it looks like a chili pepper or a red Ferrari. Somewhere in between a red Ferrari and a chili pepper. It also reminds me of classic Adidas basketball shoes like the T-Max or the Kobe's. It's a very fat looking shoe, kind of like Harden. It's big boned with no obvious or obnoxious branding in the sneaker besides the back. The shoe is supposed to look like a luxurious puffer jacket. So basically I got Moncler jackets on my feet, which is great because I can't afford real Moncler jackets. The midsole gives a Nike Kobe vibe, and the tongue reminds me of Gary Payton's The Glove sneaker, just without the zipper. Honestly, the shoes look better online and on James Harden's Instagram. In person, they kind of look like clown shoes, especially wearing the shoes. I will say I got some compliments wearing the shoes though, so I guess that's a good thing, or they were just clowning me behind my back. It was probably that. While I did say these shoes are kind of goofy looking, I'm a goofy ass dude, so I like them. Just don't wear these in LA. The looks and the initial thoughts rating of the James Harden 7s is a 7 out of 10. Sniff test.
Wow. They're great shoes.
Moving on to the size and the comfort. Now they fit true to size TTS titties, and we all know James Harden's an expert when it comes to that, which is why he desperately wants to leave Philly to go back to Houston. Even though the Rockets suck, he wants to continue to give back to the Houston strip clubs. What a charitable guy. I want to be him when I grow up. But I compare it to the Trae Young 2s, where the ankle area is actually tighter for enhanced lockdown, but the forefoot is wider, so it's a lot more comfy, especially for the wider feet people. But the ankle area isn't as tight as the Trae Youngs, because those were way too uncomfortable around the ankle area. It felt like it was blocking off the blood access to your foot. But the Hardens have a perfect mix of having a locked in feel while still being comfortable. And I'll go as far to say that the comfort standing in the shoes is up there with any other basketball shoe out right now. Even when you flex your toes up, it feels nice around where the patent leather is, while you're standing on a combination of light strike cushioning and a boost midsole. It gives a nice court feel and you react quick in them. Only thing is, they're not the most lightweight sneaker. And remember how I said it's like wearing a Moncler jacket looks wise? Well, it feels like that too, because it's hot as hell in this shoe. Size and comfort rating 7.5 out of 10. Definitely deducted points because of the weight and the breathability. Moving on to the traction. Traction isn't that great. You would think that the traction would be great in a Harden sneaker considering all the Euro steps, side steps, travels he does. Traction isn't that great. So while the shoe looks like an early 2000s Adidas basketball shoe, the traction is like an early 2000s Adidas basketball shoe. I know that because I actually tested the T-Max that LeBron wore in a prior video. Go watch that video if you haven't already. The multi-directional Deadpool traction pattern picks up all the dust on the court, and its very shallow grooves aren't the best when going forward into the sneaker, while lateral traction is a little better. Traction rating 5 out of 10. Moving on to the materials and the technology. Like I said earlier, it has a boost midsole, which is why the shoes are so damn expensive. Of course, combined with the light strike cushioning, the textile upper and rubber outsole, along with the lace closure with hella long laces. While the previous Hardens and most recent Adidas basketball shoes were made out of recycled materials because they're eco-friendly, this shoe is supposed to be luxurious, like on some name brand shit. So you know they had to say f to recycled materials, PETA, f the environment, and f being eco-friendly. Rating 6.5 out of 10. Now moving on to the support and the lockdown. Now support is great, of course, with the boost midsole. The textile upper protects your feet when going laterally. Lockdown is the best part of the sneaker. While it's got that sock-like feel like you had in the Trae Youngs, it's not as tight and you definitely feel more comfortable while being locked in. The laces are also super long. You could damn near triple knot these shoes. And when you pull on the laces, you can see that the top of the shoe actually collapses inwardly, so you know you're about to be locked in there. Rating 10 out of 10. I don't know how you can get better than this. Now the price of these bad boys is $160. So if you value support and lockdown the most, it's definitely worth the price. But the traction isn't the greatest, so it's really up to you. Me personally, I don't think that's worth it for this sneaker. I see this sneaker's value more at $120. Definitely look at the Damian Lillards or the Donovan Mitchells if you want a cheaper Adidas alternative for basketball shoes. Overall, I think it's a nice change up from the past Hardens. While I hooped a lot in the past two Hardens, making them my main basketball shoes for a while, I won't be doing the same with these. I just like that they switched it up. It's good to try new things every once in a while. You know, it's either hit or miss. I prefer my shoes being a little more lightweight and breathable, and definitely having a better traction than what these shoes provide. For those reasons, the overall rating of the Harden Volume 7s is a 7.2 out of 10. But you know, if you want a Moncler jacket for your feet, these are it. Just don't wear them in LA. Alright guys, that concludes the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of the Harden Volume 7s. Can you believe 7 signature sneakers for Harden? Is this a nod showing that he's going back to Houston next season? All I'm saying is Philly better win it all this season, but we all know they're gonna lose in the second round regardless. Remember to watch my other videos and playlists up there and down there. Until next time, we out. Peace. Positive note of the day, remember to do something nice for somebody today, man. If you're gonna go to a strip club, remember to tip graciously, you know? Sometimes you gotta think, what would James Harden do? And do that. That's definitely not good advice.